the city of El Paso only has so many resources, and we have come to what we look at a breaking point right now. And so we have to look at different resources. One of the things that we're doing is that we're preparing for the unknown.
Border communities left wondering what to do with thousands of migrants pouring into their communities every single day. But the White House doesn't seem interested in even addressing the crisis.
Monica De La Cruz is a Texas congresswoman representing a border district, and she joins us now. Congresswoman, thanks for getting up with us this morning. Paint us a picture of what's going to happen to El Paso and really just to Texas as a whole if something is not done to stop this.
Well, look, we have seen Biden's border disaster all across Texas communities, from Brownsville, Texas, all the way up to El Paso. Americans are sick and tired of it. It is not safe for migrants, and it's not safe for Americans. This is putting a grave stress on local communities, local law enforcement, healthcare resources, and it's disturbing. It's disturbing when House Republicans have already taken up legislation to secure the border, but Chuck Schumer and Democrats refuse to even acknowledge this crisis that we have. Chuck Schumer has done more to acknowledge John Fetterman's hoodies than he has on the border crisis. It's unacceptable, and Americans are tired of it.
Congresswoman, no disagreement on your attacks on Chuck Schumer, no disagreements on Joe Biden causing this situation at our border through not enforcing our laws. But Republicans do control the House. They do have control of the power of the purse. So should Republicans in the House be doing more to combat the Senate, more to combat the president's horrific border policies?
I agree that the House Republicans need to take advantage of the opportunity of the power of the purse. And I can tell you, for my vote, I will not give a yes vote without border security tied to appropriations. And you know what? This is what Americans are asking for. We're seeing it from local communities here in South Texas, all the way to sanctuary cities like New York City, where Democrat local leaders are saying enough is enough. Secure the border.
Yeah, it's affected other states. I can only imagine how badly it has affected Texas if you see places like New York struggling like they are. But, you know, hypothetically speaking, Congresswoman, I think the main thing that needs to happen is the border does need to be shut down. That's a given. I know that people in the Biden administration have said, OK, the border's closed, but I mean really shut the thing down. If they don't do that, what is going to happen to Texas? What is going to happen to America? I know we talk about public safety. What about public health? That's a big, huge concern among a lot of people.
Well, I have the honor of representing South Texas, and down here we have one of the safest communities. You hit it on the nose. It's not just about Texas, it's about America. What DHS has told us is that they have actually stopped hundreds of terrorists on the terrorist watch list. 9/11 was just a couple of weeks ago. Can you see that hundreds have already been stopped at our border? What about those that have not been stopped at our border? As a mom myself of two teenagers, I fear what not only the potential is for people who are coming into this country where we don't know their intentions, but with the overwhelming amount of drugs like fentanyl are. The holidays are coming up, and there are going to be parents like myself and American families that are going to be sitting with empty chairs at their tables due to Biden's disaster here on the border.
Yeah, and you mentioned all the people coming across the border on the terror watch list. I just want to throw this out. You mentioned all the other states like New York. Just last week, the NYPD said they're slashing the counterterrorism unit by 75%. That's going to leave them with about 60 to 70 people for counterterrorism. I mean, because they can't pay for police and they can't pay for the migrants at the same time. So it's causing problems all across the board. And you're right, something has to be done. I don't know what that looks like at this point, but something has to be done to combat this. Congresswoman De La Cruz, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.